Assassin's Creed has some big changes incoming, which is crazy. There is a small update coming tomorrow, June 25th. If everything goes right, this is the June update from the roadmap. There is a lot to cover. We are getting a new difficulty setting, new ally, new alarm system that's gonna change the whole game a little bit. Let's get into the details. This is just rumor to what we're all getting. What is confirmed though is the new ally called Rufino. Rufino is originally from Critical Role. They make stories and play out these many types of stories in many types of different ways, and one of these stories is a one-shot for Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is a story where there are a few characters that all play a role in this one-shot, but Rufino was the one chosen to be in AC Shadows. They did change a lot for the character. Like, everything is kind of different. Rufino, in the story of Critical Role, has this bow, but also a small katana. You know, that katana that's not like the one Yasuke has, the gigantic katana. This mega pause. Rufino's only item that is from Critical Role given over to AC Shadows is the apple that he has. He has an apple over here in his mouth, and he has a arm that's hidden. Rufino's armor shows that his build is probably a speed and bow and arrow type of build. Since his clothes are light and steel armor, you can also see that his build is just made for speed. He has in Critical Role a +1 in agility and a +3 in, excuse my pronunciation, guile. +2 in cognition also, which could very maybe be a Eagle Vision like thing, you know, a proto Eagle Vision. Rufino and AC Shadow though officially looks like this. Very different. AC Shadow's Rufino is Portuguese and uses a gun. Critical Role Rufino looks like someone who is not Portuguese at least. All this makes me kind of think that they just added the name Rufino on a character that they were building months in advance, just to add some hype into the post-launch of AC Shadows before the DLC. It's kinda weird. Like, you could have given AC Shadows Rufino a bow at least. But the only thing that, and I mean it, the only thing that is similar with both Rufinos is that they have this apple in their key art, and their first art showing. The character stats show that he has an apple, and the only picture we have of Rufino, except the picture that's probably being used as a thumbnail, is the one where he has an apple. But let's get into the other stuff. We've talked about Rufino enough. We don't know if Ubisoft will add it, but Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming does say that we do have a lot of stuff. Guys, show some love to him. This guy has some patch notes that I can't even find on Ubisoft, and I asked on some Discord servers, there they even said that the patch notes aren't even released. Or that's just me being not thorough enough in my research, but I don't think so. I do know that anything that's not officially said by Ubisoft is a rumor though, and any notes that Insider Gaming also has is also rumored. It's not guaranteed, but it could also be the case. And Ubisoft have said in their roadmap that they do have a lot of things coming out, like a new Nightmare difficulty setting. There are some whispers of that too in the rumor valley. These Nightmare settings will make Assassin's Creed allegedly more like Dark Souls. I don't think so. This will probably be a damage buff to enemies and a lot less health to us. It'll probably also make like dodge times, iframes just a little bit less. Iframes are invincibility frames, the frames where you are not able to get hit after you press a dodge, to make the game a bit more easy. Just to quickly explain it, if you could understand that. But they want to add this difficulty feature because people have said that Assassin's Creed is a bit easy and that they would like a more difficult version of Assassin's Creed. I honestly think that this is good to have. I like a more difficult version of Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I also hope that it makes the stealth more difficult. The only thing I've heard about is combat and enemy stuff, not stealth stuff, not AI being just a bit more smart, you know, not stupid, you know. We all know Ubisoft AI can sometimes kind of be dumb, but that's that. Assassin's Creed Shadows will also add in June at least a new alarm bell system, where in every city there are alarm bells that are not just in the bases or the camps, they're everywhere in the open world. This will make it so that you can't go publicly like cyber psycho in some town that without any consequences. This will make it so that there are some consequences. This will make it so that you won't be able to go as crazy as you wanted to. Because if you just go in a town and yeah, you go cyber psycho and take out everyone, then either the NPCs or other enemy AI could go to this tower, this alarm tower, and they could ring it to like say to everyone, yeah, we have somebody here that's wanted. And this could add for some difficulty in the game. Like if you could, like, let's say if the nightmare mode, this is off script, but let's say if the nightmare mode had like a difficulty feature where you're always wanted, where people always know that you exist, like that Nawe and Yasuke exist, and that they're trying to take out the quote-unquote corrupt government in that time in AC Shadows, and everybody is fearful of Nawe and Yasuke. So any NPC that sees you could be scared and immediately run to this alarm. And you can't kill NPCs, so you damn well make sure that the alarm bells are taken out of the equation and that you aren't even spotted. If you're spotted, then you might be cooked in this hypothetical. That's what I would have loved at least. Anyways, in conclusion, Ubisoft are telling us that much with this new update is kinda sad. It's telling to me at least. They changed a lot about Rufino, and that's also kind of weird. I think, if I'm being brutally honest, that this is just some PR because Rufino is way too different from the Critical Role's version to actually be like a reference. You know, I'm happy that the voice actor of Rufino in Critical Role actually also voice acts Rufino in AC Shadows. That's good, but I don't like it that they didn't like. Rufino could have had a bow. Rufino could also have a small katana if he does, and it looks a bit like the one-shot art that they have for Rufino, then W's. W's all around. But if they just plaster a name and a voice on it, that's very coincidentally from somewhere else where the same name and the same voice have been used. That's kind of weird in my opinion. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about the update that drops today, if I'm not mistaken, June 25th. And thanks for watching. Also, guys, I have a TikTok. Might be posting on that soon. Look out for that. Thanks for watching.